What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin, and it's been a while since I've done an NFL video, but I decided to talk about the whole DeflateGate topic. Now, as you well know, about a week, might have been a few days ago, whatever, the punishment was handed out to Tom Brady. First, I'm gonna talk about where this all came from. AFC Championship game last year, New England Patriots versus Indianapolis Colts. There was talks after the game that the balls felt different. Different media outlets and whatever talked about it. Didn't make much of it, but it started to heat up as you went on to the Super Bowl, and it got hotter. And they were even talking about it on Super Bowl day when they should have been breaking down the game. Now they were, but it was still something that was mentioned. After the Super Bowl, we'll say a week or two, really didn't talk about it because most were talking about the how the game went and the horrible ending for Seattle. Most would were talking about that. About a month after that, the hype for the Super Bowl died down, and while it still didn't really pick back up because of course, you had impending free agency, and free agency was pretty big the off season. A lot of things happened, and you also had the draft, and they were breaking down different players. So it was going to be overshadowed by that stuff because it was something those were actually interesting things to talk about. Now they really don't have anything to talk about. The draft's over, free agency's over. They're gonna they're gonna make sure they delve into that. So it's pretty much at the forefront, all over Twitter, all over different social medias, NFL.com, ESPN.com, any website that talks about sports, mainly the NFL. Now, what I think about the whole thing. First, let me get this out the way. Or the people that were saying that's the reason they won. Don't no. The Patriots dominated that game. They dominated the line of scrimmage. And usually when you dominate the line of scrimmage, you're gonna beat most teams down. And they ran the ball all over them. I don't think, you know, underflated, I don't care if it was a beach ball. Patriots really, they dominated that game. So I don't think, if it did happen, sure, yeah, they deserve to get punished. But don't sit there and tell me that was the reason they won because you'd be wrong. Now, the punishment that was handed out was Tom Brady. They had to pin it to somebody. They tried to get Robert Kraft. They tried to get Belichick. Nothing really came out of that. They had a 240-page report, pretty much saying Tom Brady knew something about it. Didn't read the report. You really think I'm gonna read 240 pages? No, no, I didn't read the report, but that's pretty much what they got out of it. Why they put this punishment on Tom Brady. He got suspended the first 4 games of the season. Also, the Patriots organization got a punishment, $1 million fine, and also next year's first round pick and 2017's fourth round pick. So losing the first round pick is a big deal. I don't care who you are. When you're a successful team, losing first round is not a big deal, but still, you still want that pick if you're going to trade it away or whatever you want to do with it. Fourth round pick, not so much. First 4 games, I think that and the $1 million fine. Although I don't think the $1 million fine is that big. It's $1 million though. I mean, look at somebody like me. $1 million is a lot of damn money. But the first 4 games suspension could be a big deal because it's got to be Brady's backup. Now Brady is appealing that, so he could get that down to 1 or 2 games possibly, but that seems unlikely as you know they definitely tried to pin this on him, and the league feels as though that they have to punish him in some way. They felt as though they're gonna keep going after him until they got something, and bam, they wanted to punish some. They wanted to punish the Patriots. I think it's a stigma against them, and I understand after the whole Spygate thing, where they got caught videotaping the other team's practices and signals and whatnot. You know they they had that stigma of being cheaters, and it just seems like Deflategate's such a step down from that, and there's really not super hard evidence against any one person. It's just mainly that's what the league came out. They pursued it after that game. They pursued it leading up to the Super Bowl. They pursued it after the Super Bowl. So they put a lot of time into it. So I guess they felt as though they had to punish someone. And most people already considered the Patriots guilty because of the past. Now, does this hurt Tom Brady's legacy or nothing? No, the guy still played well in the playoffs. He still played well in the later half of last year's season, didn't start the season too well. So no, I don't think it necessarily hurts his legacy. Now, would it hurt his reputation because most people are pitting him as cheaters? Yeah, I mean that's just the way people feel about the Patriots. I'm not the biggest fan of the Patriots, and it's not necessarily the organization itself. It's the over-the-top fans. The fans can really make you hate a player, a team, and it's mainly the fans who regurgitate the same thing. Saying Brady's the guy who alone won these rings. I've seen people say it countless times, like there weren't other players on the field. And in football is the ultimate team sport. You can't say one guy won. You can't say one guy um, definitely put forth the best effort, and he has the numbers to back it up. Sure, you can say that, but you can't say one guy won the Super Bowl alone, because you can't name me one guy who's won outside of you know boxing or MMA where it's just one on one. Can't name a team sport where a guy won it by himself. You can't name me one player that has done that. So I think that's where the hatred for the Patriots come from is the fans, not necessarily the team itself. Because I like Tom Brady. Guy came from nothing. He was in Michigan, second, third string quarterback at Michigan. He went, during the combine. This is the reason why I hate the combine. He he was considered weak. Um, wasn't very fast. Throwing power. All that was considered very below average. I didn't think he would make the league at all. And the guy comes in, you know, he actually gets his start, and you saw that the guy had the it factor. He had the it factor, and it's just something you can't quantify, you can't clock, in a combine, and that's the reason a lot of players get overhyped because they look at the combine stuff, especially at that quarterback position. But let me know what you think down in the comment section about this whole DeflateGate. Do you think the punishment was warranted? What do you just tell me what you think about this whole incident? Of course, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Thanks for watching.